Good morning, LDH. Oh, how are you? Hello? True. What's up, Lucario? Thank you for the pingus. Thank you for the Let's Goron. Oh my gosh, it's cutting off my face. Why is this doing this? True. Espresso pingus, indeed. Let's see, have I gotten anything new? I've made some progress in the randos, but I haven't really found much. I don't know where I can make progress next. I have to figure out if I'm doing something wrong. Anyways. Good morning. Probably going to be a shorter stream today. Maybe 3-4 hours. Gonna play some No Rest for the Wicked. I need to get a shower, and then I need to figure out what I'm going to do for food tonight. But this game is really interesting. This is made by the people who did Ori and the Blind Forest. It's an ARPG, but it has kind of Souls-like gameplay. So think Diablo, but with counters, and you don't have just straight up abilities you use that you have like a magic resource for. It's all based on gathering resources and spending it by attacking, using melee weapons and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I really like this concept. We'll see how well my PC likes this with streaming. I don't think it's too crazy. I think we should be fine. But it's a very dark game. Yo, thank you for the 80 stream streak, LDH. Oh yeah, right. I just made it to the hub village. We've got a really big sword. Right, we've got vendors. Okay.
It's the serum. Here, over. Is it really?
We can craft. What's up, Void?
The creature at the gate.
Where's your Pingus post? I don't know. Somewhere. There's your Pingus post. Yes, I killed the creature at the gate.
And my smithy no less. Well, Fillmore's smithy. I'm just his apprentice, Will. Wait, Fillmore! On your way to Sacrament. He went out beyond the wall and hasn't come back.
I did. I found him. So you're telling me I can't just use this forge?
You cannot welcome young Sprout.
Ooh, okay. Ah. See, I can buy materials from him. Interesting. Oh, I get a house. Okay, I see. I see. This makes sense. A torch? Let me sell some stuff. Oh, okay, I have to go to the sell tab. We're just gonna sell everything. Wait a minute, what? Why did I not make any money? What the hell?
Let me know what...
Yes, I saw the 7.5 trailer. Beastmaster looks very different. And I guess they're bringing Kefka back. Oh, it just didn't update until I bought something. That's odd. Alright, I already have an axe. Don't need any planks. Okay, we're good for this for now. Yeasty and boring. Wow. Of course, yeah.
Sword's length is a coward's distance. Your eyes will betray you. Crutches all. Trust only in what you can, for you were born with the only...
My fists? Oh, interesting. Ah, interesting. Brave Fencer Musashi, but finish it this time is winning? Hell yeah. I noticed that a lot of people like to move their votes around after they put them in. But we've got what? We got until May. Things could change a lot. You never know. Yeah, you're going to complete the Pokédex? That is, unless you have to trade with people because there's version exclusives.
Zerim? He seems to pass by my station often.
I believe.
Sword's length is a coward's distance.
That's it. The pestilence.
The heck? Okay. Time to be a caster, demon hunter, and raid tonight, I guess? Oh boy, are you gonna try it out? Good luck, man. Good luck. I can't wait to see the blue magic everywhere. Just even spawns now? Noise? Just event spawns now. Oh, interesting. I actually should look at the changes real quick. Let me see here. Let me look at this real quick. The Void Assaults are going to be great. I'm looking forward to collecting all of the Tier 2 stuff. The recolors. Ore Sanjo! Thank you, Durka. It's true, Durka is here. Just event spawns? Okay, that's cool.
Sheesh, talk about a life or death situation.
True?
Reminds me of that one time I got the death note. 広がる闇の中教え与えた君のちぎり誰にも邪魔させるわ Anyway
Oh, interesting. Okay, so with the Void Forge, you can also upgrade Oh, you do that to make it Ascended Void Forge. Okay, I read it wrong. I thought it was gonna upgrade hero stuff to mythic quality and stuff like that, but no. It's true. We're gonna get spear fishing, which is kind of cool. Oh, I'm glad that they're taking the target requirement away from Frozen Orb. That's nice. Yeah, Mage isn't really changing much. Paladin's changing a lot. At least for Holy. OT Hundo was vetoed? Wow. But even then, like, doing a 100% OOT run isn't really that bad. Like, I don't think there's anything super challenging in that. Just takes forever. Tig would suffer. Tig always suffers, though. You would even need to get Cow and House, true. Interesting. You can hide your weapons now on WoW, which will be nice. Well, no, nothing too crazy that's being changed, at least as far as what I'm aware of, for stuff that affects me.
Mary?
I didn't look at the Demon Hunter stuff.
Goes first. No, Mira. I remember fine. We'll settle this later.
Upgrade. Okay, you can upgrade gear, which is nice. I need to get some better gear, though. Helmet. Armor. Okay. Wait a minute, did I sell my equipment? No, I didn't. Okay. It's just not showing my hat. True.
You'll ask why I'm leaving.
I have so many questions.
He has so many questions. Any askers? God, I gotta walk all the way back here. Cannot climb that. Am I still fat rolling? Yes, I am. Probably won't if I take this off. Nope. Okay. I'm still too heavy. Okay. There. Much better. And they want me to go find Ellsworth. The characters in this game are so beautiful.
These are my scissors? No, these are my scissors.
If you make for the rookery, it lies above the town square.
Have you been written from whispers? Are you my dead?
The red. Okay, I guess this is probably like a bounty of some sort. So this is a pretty weird game. You go to an island that's kind of isolated from the rest of the world because there's like a plague on this island that reanimates the dead and mutates them. And for some reason the plague is resurging, and I guess you're kind of sent to figure out why.
Before I could, eh? I was fetching my armor when I...
Ellsworth's a fool with his gates and guards. Ice and stone alone have kept Tyr safe for...
Okay. Interesting.
Tyr. Everyone knows that place. And when the lowers forget, the uppers are always...
We must accept God's
They were backwater scum.
Anyways, how is everyone today?
Thieves on the road.
I definitely think, I think it got vetoed more likely, if anything.
You can't still think. But that's the point. Time was they couldn't mount a horse, let alone an attack like that.
Right, where is Ellsworth? Up here?
City's gone to shit.
Onward to the rookery, Sarah.
I remember when Sacrament was a city on a hill, the beacon of Ashen Sea. Now look at it. I'm almost ashamed to be a lord here.
He's drunk and bleeding from the mouth.
If you ask me, we've been better off ever since Elias had West Havenport sealed away. Nothing but a soggy slum.
Oh, nice. A soggy slum.
You don't scare me, Serum.
Okay. Why do you sound scared, though?
The rookery lies just across the bridge.
This bridge? Feels right. I really like the perspective in this game. I like the layering that they kind of went with.
You've arrived. I knew his letters were not in vain.
It's an honor to meet you.
Okay.
I've only ever read the ancient texts about your kind. They have come, Master, from across the sea.
The pestilence. It festers. Everything it touches.
Did you not hear? The Serum have arrived.
They won't come. Never answer.
No, I'm here.
I apologize. He is a brilliant scholar, but it's been so long. God's reach. They're already here.
Uh-oh. Oh, right. Okay, so these are the other people from the mainland. We have religious zealots coming to cleanse the plague.
Governor Ellsworth.
Madrigal Celine, I apologize for the lack of a formal welcome. If you sent word, it must have been lost.
A welcome sight, though, aren't they? About time Phelan sent reinforcements.
My inquisition is here as an act of mercy, Baron Winnick. There is an unholy presence on this island. I have come on behalf of King Magnus, who sent me...
King Magnus? The boy.
Forgive me. I thought you had heard. Your brother, the king, has passed.
How long?
It will be a week tomorrow.
Wow.
You should return to Phelan, Governor. Your nephew has extended his hand. He invites you to rejoin the family.
Yeah, but that's what
Thank
she
you,
would want.
Madrigal. But Sacra is my home.
Sacra will be in capable hands. My Inquisition have quartered ourselves in Fort Reach, and will remain for as long as it takes to heal this island.
Uh-huh.
Fort Reach? Sacrament's a bit out of your way then, isn't it?
My outfit encountered a group of raiders as we came ashore on your coast. We sent all of them to rejoin God, save one. I thought she might be of particular interest to you.
Oh, it's the girl.
We could have left her body by the side of the road, with the other.
Oh, is that his daughter?
Consider this an offering of goodwill from the church.
Interesting.
Where was the touch when our people were sick and starving? We're done begging for scraps. We take what we need.
Odessa. Don't.
Leave her. I'm sure the governor can properly discipline.
Yep, that makes sense. Religion in my name. True.
My apologies, Madrigal. It's
Sorry, I'm really interested in the story of this game. It's really fascinating to me.
Guards, take her away.
This way, Rhythm. I should have never taught you that little move.
You will arrange an escort for my vanguard to Kalen.
Kalen? It will be done. Is there anything else we can do?
You can rejoice, Governor. Your salvation is at hand.
This feels evil.
Terminal Rookery. We've prepared lodgings below. A humble room, to be sure, but safe and warm. I hope you've arrived in time to save our fair island. Not only in time to witness its ruin.
So a serum, I guess, is supposed to be super fancy in this game. I've never heard the term serum before, so I assume it's made up for this game. But I can find out real quick. Let's see. I don't want to find anything related to the game, though. Yo! What's up, Draz? Thank you for the Ore Sanjo. Let me see here. Okay. It is a game-specific term, so that's interesting. Welcome to your new lodgings. All right. Oh, that's cool.
Rotten boards. Decayed. Who's that? Oh, a visitor.
Yes, I am a visitor, of course.
I've told the Watcher this tower's not fit for livestock. And yet there he goes, boarding any stranger that comes along, when there are plenty of houses in Sacrament for purchase. You'll have to head upstairs. There's no way down for now. A fine staircase should be too. Would get us to the market in half the time.
All right, what do you need?
Most days you'll find me not far from there. Maker Danos. I can repair.
Ah.
This city can be... Oh, it seems...
Okay. Do we get to talk to the old man now? Does he recognize a serum when he sees one? Rufflet, congratulations, LDH.
You must see this. Forgive the grotesque display. We pruned some of the poor torn soul you killed at our gates.
Oh, I see. I see.
I left a vial of its blood here on the table, but when I returned, I found it altered.
Interesting.
The Watcher, he must have refined it.
What's up, APOC? Sleepy
And-
attack occasionally. Occasionally, sleepy happens.
Now you just need to... I apologize. It's my nerves. The ichor must flow through your veins. The scrolls say it gives strength to your kind. Go to the Watcher. This skill is... it's beyond me.
How are you doing today, APOC? It's good to see you.
Hi. Where is Roan? Are you? Roan, come here. There's a stranger in the rookery.
Yes. Just chilling. Noise.
Have you gone?
Okay. Oh, I get to pick what... Ah, interesting. Okay. Let's go with inventory slots for resources.
If you should encounter any more of the Torn, collect their ichor and bring it to the Watcher. And if you ever want to know the comings and goings within our fair city's walls, I'm your man.
Okay.
Roan, scholar, guide, inquisitive soul, unrepentant gossip, at your service.
Well, nothing wrong with being an unrepentant gossip.
I can't promise the Watcher will help again. His wisdom is vast, but his mind is... well, it's like a ransacked library. Many things on Sacra are not as they once were, I suppose. I can't recall ever seeing the Inquisition inside our walls. Ellsworth left for the Mountain Gate already with the Madrigal. But have no fear, Sacrament is in good hands under Baron Winnick.
Okay.
Oh, and I hear Elsa the Historian is asking after you. Whatever course you chart, be careful. This island crawls with villainy.
Villainy!
I suggest you visit the market for supplies.
Alright. Part of this game is is very pretty. I don't know. Something about it I really like, the design.
Is it true? There is.
The pestilence. I knew with the pestilence were dark, it wouldn't be long before your
Eleanor.
kind did as well. But I fear the plague has already crept within Sacrament's walls. 2 days ago, I offered a potent rune to a woman who said her husband was ill. A small mercy, but I have not heard from them since.
Uh-oh.
And I worry he was worse than she let on.
Can't wait for Fable later this year.
Please,
I have to see
visit
more
them all
about
at
it.
Becker's Alley.
I'm...
You can find me at the marketplace after.
I don't know. Fable's one of those weird series, but I am glad you're excited for it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I never beat the first game. The only Fable game I actually beat was the third one. Fable better be good. I hate you. That's true. I hate everything that you like, especially Kingdom Hearts APOC. I would never play those games for tons of time.
The plague knows we are weakest when alone. But we are not alone, Serum.
I hope Fable is good. I just, Katak is Kings 2.0. Kings is Kings 2.0. What are you talking about? Every time Kings has an opinion, it just completely eclipses the previous opinion.
So this is the Jewel of Sac.
On watch. You don't scare me, Serum.
Wait, am I okay, I go down here. Never mind. Slide. Right? Right. Okay, yeah. I need to go down here. It's this door. But I do hope Fable is good. I just am kind of skeptical. Are they trying to reboot the series? Is that what I understand? Also, didn't Peter Molyneux, like, leave the studio?
told me to wait out here. Is it supper?
Okay, I don't know how to do that. King's on 90 Day Fiancé, that'd be hilarious. All right, but would we be rooting for Kings, or would we be rooting for the fiance? We only root for Julia.
I can get back on my feet. I will. You'll see. Just a few calls.
It's a shame Kings isn't here. All right, what am I doing here? Why am I not able to get into there? Best person on the show so far? You guys are forgetting about Jasmine. What do you mean?
Eyes of the city.
Julia made a boy a man. Nothing can top that. But you're forgetting about Jasmine. I don't think I saw anything about Julia, so I don't know her. Jasmine is crazy, yeah. Crazy and hot. I mean, she is a lot of plastic, but she kind of hot, though, in that crazy kind of way. Honestly, though, like, between her and Gino was more crazy than she was. Like, I can understand why she was flipping out a lot. I like him crazy. I mean, sometimes. Worst person is the girl that left in the middle of the season to take a healing class. What about the girl who, like, straight up, like, lied to the guy and then all of a sudden wanted to make it his problem? The guy in the wheelchair? Like, I'm not saying he wasn't being scummy as well, but, like, she really took him for a ride until you found out he was lying all the time.
I must show the Inquisition our field. Do not ask why the Inquisition.
I mean, but yeah, but it's what makes 90 Day Fiancé money, right? They have to have crazy people. Normal people are boring. Dog, you can pet the dog. No, the guy in the wheelchair with the girl who was all of a sudden, like, upset at him for everything he said. He was in the same season as Gino and Jasmine. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. She was, like, really rude to him a lot. Like, even beyond the lies, like, there was a lot of shit she was doing that he didn't deserve in the first place. You're not wrong. Like, I'm not denying that. He lied about a lot of shit. But and you're not wrong. But she was being rude to him before that even came up. Like, didn't she even, like, avoid meeting him for the first while that he got there? You only watch trashy TV? Nice. Oh, okay. Well, then who was the one who, like, refused to meet the person when they got there? And, like, they didn't even know what to do. I'm trying to think of who it was. It's been so long since I've seen that season.
Sarah, what a joke. We should just open the gates and let them pour in. See who's standing on top of the pile.
What the heck, lady? That was the white guy who wanted the Spanish girl and the parents didn't like that. He was their age? Oh. Yeah, but I mean, like, still, like, they knew she was on a show. Like I said, I don't get it.
I told Ellsworth.
It's not like she was in any danger.
A soldier with no rank is a stone's throw from a bandit. But orders are orders. Well, as long as you're here, perhaps you might learn a thing or two.
So are
by
you,
serving
but I would
my
still
guard.
go on a date with you, LDH.
Start by showing your captain a bit of respect, with a proper salute.
Especially if it was televised.
Very good. Perhaps you're not quite the miscreant you appear to be. Well then, Seren, I've bounties to collect, challenges to complete.
TV show
and
give
not
me
enough
entertainment
time
of
to
two
match.
people crashing and burning.
There's more. If you help me keep
I do not remember Jorge and Anfisa.
Sacraments guard can be a
What I remember is there have been a lot Pepe LU2 LDH. What I remember is there have been a lot more oil princes on 90 Day Fiancé than I remember. He gave her his login to his Apple ID. Oh, that's nice. Bounties and challenges. Okay. Aha. Okay. So I just accept it. I can have all of them. Okay. Why not? I might as well just take them all if there's no negatives.
Maybe it's time you trade in that silly outfit for a uniform.
Sarah, will you share? Death is a lost art. People trip in the street, drown in creeks, choke on chicken bones.
She factory reset his phone numerous times. Oh my gosh. What's up, Half? I do not have a lizard alert yet.
Your kind.
Do you guys want a lizard alert? It's not hard. I can make one right now. Eljo with his Pikachu lizard. And then the lizard.
Lizard.
Let's see here.
Lizard.
Oh God, stop. Stop. You hate that fat bitch, Nicole? True? Yo, it's a Blissey!
Lizard.
Well, yeah, you got it right there, but I could make it without having to use the points. But that's fine. We can go with that for now. Can always change it later.
That's why I've devoted my life to studying you.
Congratulations, LDH.
Your slaughter.
Tanya was her name? Who's Tanya?
Sorry. I never introduced myself. There are relics of your kind all over Sacra. Another was just
okay.
Shot by the cemetery.
Well, I'm not always able to watch the 90 Day with you guys.
You should see it
I try
yourself.
to.
Perhaps it's your temple. Your library.
Okay, I want to figure out how to do this part, but can I buy this too? No, that's the war room. Okay. It's not with points, only bits?
Well,
that's a shame.
My hands and your anything you come across that looks like it could be restored. Tell me. But
That's
even the
hilarious.
stores can be
She just wanted to do ayahuasca. Let's all be honest here. All girlies want to do is go to South America and get high. All right, all right. Here you go, Half. I'll do this just for you. We gotta move the file here real quick. It's too late, LDH. Get rid of it. I'm already making this happen.
Sheesh, talk about a life or death
True.
situation. Reminds me of that one time I got the death note. Shirogaru yami no tachacha usie atata kime no chigiri dareni wo uzama saseru wa anyway.
All right. Exclamation point lizard is now active. Anyways, how are you doing, Half?
And for yourself, you can find vacant houses for sale. Oh, there was greatness.
Okay. Building projects. About to head to another meeting. Man. Yo, we can almost... That's almost fixed. Very cool. Alright, so we gotta... I'm gonna help with restoring the city. I think that's probably gonna be the first thing I'm gonna focus on, is we're just gonna gather stuff and help upgrade. I like this plan. Yes, I can help you, Mr. Winnick.
I have a proposition for you.
Propose!
Saw how you dispatched the raiders in the old fortress. You've had a taste.
Well, that's
Any
good to hear.
interest in the meal?
What? Why did it work? What? Did I just get a busted audio file? Did I not do this? No?
Lizard.
That one sounds...
Lizard.
Okay. Alright, Sammy. Why aren't you playing it? Can you guys hear that? You don't like Jovi. Oh, my bad. Oh, the guy who looks like Mike Matei. What's up, Law? Thank you for the resub for 53 months. Oh, they have a kid. Just be happy for Mike Matei. Come on, LDH. Oh, she was pregnant. Okay, never mind. He really does look like Mike, though. I mean, look. Slightly? Like, I agree, but his face is just, like, less what Jovi's is doing. Mike has a brain. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. People can be equally brainless, okay? Look, Mike streams on Twitch. We all know that Twitch streamers are brainless, okay? But Kings has more brain than Jovi. What did I just say about Twitch streamers, LDH?
My men spotted the recent warlord, Darak, in the Orban Glades. He's been a thorn in Ellsworth's side for too long. I sent a contingent after him, but... if you were to find yourself heading west, you might join them and do Sacramento service. We would all sleep better knowing Darak's below ground.
Okay, I gotta kill something now. Of rats and raiders. Alright, let's see. I wanna figure out if I can do this small mercy quest.
So this is the Jewel of Saturn.
You can't go in there. You can talk to almost everybody here, which is cool.
All this charity toward the Dasha gotta come from someone's...
Consider mine shown Sut. He's gonna say what they're all thinking. What a nice guy. Oh God! Why did you do that instead of going down the ladder? Okay, note to self. Do not run at ladders. This is bad. Gravity strikes again. Look, that's not my fault. The ladder was clearly there. This is just terrible game design. I'm gonna take the Tiggleton method of blaming something other than myself. It's Elden Ring all over again? Yeah, but the difference is I'm not CSNES. Chicken nuggets at Walmart? But why is it unknown? I like chicken nuggets. That's part of the reason why I'm not going to have a long stream today. Because I got to go figure out what I'm going to do for dinner. Okay, but I die a lot in general. Produce 6-7 chicken nuggets. Ooh, nice. I didn't get the 6-7 immediately. Unknown never did numbers. They only did letters. That's cheating.
This city deserves a new beginning.
All right, this time we can ladder. All right, do I have to start playing Elden Ring exclusively to prove to you guys that I'm actually decent at Souls-likes? Just because I let Log look good doesn't mean I'm a bad gamer. You guys saw me beat Demon Souls in like less than a day. What do you mean?
Is it supper time yet?
Oh, I see, okay. I see. I gotta do it this way. Up! Okay. Oh, nice, okay. Oh. That's unfortunate. That poor kid. My parents killed themselves. Whoever finds this, know I had no other choice. The pestilence took hold of Noah, and I feel its crawl beneath my skin as well. I have to keep her safe. Tell Maeve we love her. Tell her she's kind and generous and to never let that part of her go. Tell her to eat her carrots and cabbage and not just sweets. Tell her anything, please. Man, sad story. Alright, I did figure it out. Well, it just so happens, LDH, that I just reinstalled Elden Ring recently, because I kind of want to start learning the randomizer for it.
I need to stay here, in case they wake up.
So once I get over Diablo 4, once the expansion comes out, we'll probably work on Elden Ring a little bit at some point. Next week, I really got to work hard on getting through the Nuzlocke and Romeo is a Dead Man. So plan for Monday to be dedicated to getting through the rest of the Nuzlocke, and then we will figure out other stuff later. I can't talk right now. I'm making piss. Okay. Yanmega? What do you think about my giant sword of darkness, Log? I'm gonna go find Kingdom Hearts now. Yo, we got our blacksmith friend. I don't think it will save you from gravity. That's true. Gravity seems to win regardless of what you're wearing.
Our stone walls mean nothing to the play. I will look after the girl. We are in the rune. I see you have it now.
Oh, utility rooms. Ah. Illuminate. Oh, okay. I like that.
Runes can be bonded to your weapon, or to your being. We are all soldiers. The door was opened 1,000 years ago.
So we're trying to, like, permanently solve this,
May your true name never be spoken, Sarah.
That's interesting. Okay, so that's been completed. Okay, we got a bunch of bounties. I don't know what I should do first. Maybe I should go and try and do some of these bounties. Danger level 3. I assume danger level is based upon your character level.
Occasions.
Maybe we'll do the normal quests before we start working on bounties. I should see if I can upgrade any of my gear. What's up, Mr. Fillmore?
Good to be back behind Sacrament's walls. My thanks for clearing the way. From now on, how about...
Okay.
May your true name never be spoken.
So we gotta find more materials for rebuilding the city. Do some of these quests.
Church welcomes all, traveler. Is that? Welcome. God speaks in count. Try not to be intimidated by it is when we are still.
I guess it closes during the day? Or during the night? This is the stonemason's place.
Is closed on Ellsworth's orders.
Okay, let's go do this first. We'll see what happens in here. That swing. I don't have any other recipes. I need to find some more recipes so I can make use of more of these materials.
Saren, there you are. Look at this. The floor of the masonry collapsed, revealing this chamber below. Isn't it remarkable?
Kind of looks very cool.
For 1,000 years.
That doesn't sound like a positive necessarily. Okay, we got a door maybe? Or this is like a sacrificial chamber?
I believe a deeper ruin lies beyond this seal, but I'm unsure how to access it. You know, in some cultures, the faithful pleased their gods by ritualistically dismembering
Oh, great.
them.
I'm just gonna kill myself.
Wouldn't that be a sight?
Well, let's try it. You can't say that. Yes, I can. I mean it in a video game, LDH. That's allowed.
Astonishing. This is the largest Saren ruin I've ever seen. And there's that feeling in the air again. Can you sense it?
Interesting.
How strange. It's the same as that spot near the square.
Okay, we've opened up a whisper. Opening a door.
By the gods.
More doors. I love when LDH makes piss, don't we all?
You've awoken the chamber.
Gino likes it when Jasmine makes piss. Or wait, no, Jasmine likes Gino making piss.
I think I know what this place was. The ancient Saren built it to hone their skills as they fought against the plague.
I can't remember which order it was. That shit was wild, though. You're welcome, LDH. It was on the show. I'm not the one who exposed you to it. Thank you.
To a gauntlet, stitched together from different times, places, dream. Well, What are you waiting for?
Let's do a fight. I haven't fought with this weapon, so we'll see how bad this works. The Sarum Crucible. The Crucible is an ancient training ground where Sarum can undertake trials and challenges. Each time you enter a trial within the Crucible, you will find a different series of chambers. You must clear all the enemies from each chamber in order to advance to the next one. Dying in the Crucible will return you to the Atrium, and you must begin again from the start. If there are other Sarum still inside the trial, you must wait for them to die or complete it before you can start again. Interesting. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Hello, Secretion. Thank you for the corn. Nice. Okay, we're getting it. While inside the Crucible, you can collect traces and gloam seed from fallen enemies. Traces can be used to invoke effects called echoes at any point during your run. Echoes bestow various temporary effects upon the player and the world. Gloam seed can be spent elsewhere within the Crucible. What's up, Ryujin? Gortak indeed. Had an annoying day at work, but there are 3 games you want to play that just came out today. Pragmata, Mouse PI for Hire, and Ground Zero. Very cool. Yeah, we'll do the Pragmata demo next week at some point just to see what the game's like. Ow? Dude. Okay, big guy's done. Just barely missed. Scythe of Wretches, very cool. Charged spells must be held to successfully cast. Be careful, these spells can be interrupted while casting. Okay, let's see what this Illuminate does.
Triangle Games asked me.
Yo, what's up, RTG? You're about to fire up Pragmata? Alright, well, I hope you enjoy it.
Can you explain the story of how he obtained this belt and how many ninjas he had to kill to get it? Be as detailed as you can without getting Gatak in trouble. So, you want to hear about Gatak's legendary black belt? Well, it all started in a quaint dojo, nestled between the bustling streets of Bikini Bottom. Gatak trained under a wise sensei, mastering the art of stealth.
Why does Mr. Krabs sound like he's got a cold?
Black belt. Gatak had to outwit, not harm. A league of 37 ninjas in a series of challenges testing their agility, strategy, and noodle slurping skills. Aye, it was a journey of discipline and skill. Arr!
Arr, arr, arr. I do it, Mr. Krabs, better than that does. "37 ninjas. True, but just don't tell anyone. I let the ninjas live. Figure that's why you moved to Canada, so they can't find you? Oh no, they can find me whenever they want. But if they want to keep their reputation, they won't. Legend of this belt grows true. Ow. Oh shit, okay. That was like a one-shot. All right, maybe I'm not ready for this Crucible just yet. You check out those other two games? Okay. Oh, that's cool. I'm not sure if I've heard of Ground Zero. I think I've heard of the Mouse PI game. Yeah, I haven't seen Ground Zero before, but it looks cool. It reminds me a lot of RE2 and 3, visually. Oh, that's cool. Well, I hope it's good. Okay, Mouse PI for hire. No, I haven't seen anything about this. Okay, so it looks like it's like taking the Cuphead style and kind of running with that. I wonder if it's connected to the Cuphead developers. Probably not, though. No, it's not. Okay. But yeah, they look fun. What matters is that you like them. How am I feeling today? I'm kind of tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because I tried to go to bed at a normal time and didn't get to bed till like 4 o'clock. So I've got like maybe 5 hours of sleep. I just gotta figure out, I just gotta reset my sleep schedule at some point, like stay up all night and then go to bed in the morning. Or stay up all day and then go to bed at midnight or something.
However, the tomb town. I wish the story.
Very cool. All right. So I'm not going to worry about the Crucible right now. This feels like it's more of a do it later in the game kind of thing. Ding. Hello. How's it going, Eden? Yeah, that's tough to get reset. Yeah. I get random insomnia, so it'll happen when it happens, you know. I go to sleep when my body tells me to, but for the most part, I don't try to force myself to sleep. Probably should. It's probably not good for me to just sleep when I need it. You go to sleep when Gatag streams? Hey, you're still giving me your money, so sleep whenever you want to, dude. If you want to sleep while watching me, you can sleep while watching me. I've still got your money at the end of the day. Autumn.
Shut up and take my money.
See? Thank you for the bits. Not much, Kings. How are you today? Okay, so we're gonna go back to the tower, it looks like.
that?
You're alive? That's good. You want to coon while watching Attack? I mean, whatever works for you. Look, I'm here to be entertainment, regardless of what kind of entertainment that is up to you and between you and yourself. How does Eden feel about that? You'd have to ask her.
Perhaps next time.
Can you rub the scruff on your chin real quick? There, that better? I need to shave my neck beard. It's getting too long. Soon there's going to be no scruff again. I said rub, not scratch. I'm blue now. Okay. My bad. Why can't I jump in there?
I know math is hard.
It's true.
You're an idiot, but look, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
I'm a broke boy, Pokey. I'm a broke boy.
Look who it is.
Don't forget, Chad, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Nice try. You can't scare me, Moist.
Oh, hello again. Oh, well, not local, I suppose. In point of fact, she's an outsider. Just as I am. From Havenport, I believe.
You got sleep last night? That's good to hear, Kings. I'm glad to hear that. I got a little sleep last night, too. Surprisingly.
Or so I've heard, or may have heard. We're just acquaintances, colleagues.
Colleagues?
Oh, dear.
Secretion is a grasshopper? That's true.
She told me about her find beneath the cemetery. What? This inscription she unearthed. Echo Knight, is it? Perhaps I should...
Maybe that's what a serum is an Echo Knight.
The Literal Watcher's library is vast. Perhaps there is a tome here that could help Elsa. I mean, Elsa's research, of course.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time for bounties, gathering, and these quests. Maybe we'll go to that Whisper, and then we can head up there. I'm not sure. We'll see. I gotta get started with something.
Is it true? There isn't.
Convoluted and apathetic? I feel like Secretion is telling Fontoon what to say. You should check out this game, Secretion. You like Diablo, right?
You look like the adventure.
Come on, controller. Okay. I need to actually look at replacing the analog stick in this, or open this up and clean it, because my analog stick is not working as well as it used to. Wait a minute. Can I not travel to these? Oh, that's the only one I've got access to. Okay, I see. I've got to ascend the other one. Okay. Your wiener. Never played it. I've watched it, and I don't know about if I'd like it. This game is pretty good so far. The combat's kind of like a Souls-like, but then you gotta. Evidently, the world changes with you. From what Log's been telling me, I've been learning. Log's been playing this all week. Ow!
Come on.
Thank you. Alright, big two-hander, maybe not my cup of tea so far. Looks interesting? It is interesting. I really like this game so far. Alright, we got a guy with a fiery... Oh, okay, so it's changed. Okay. Maybe we'll go up here and do one of these, one of these bounties real quick. Let's see. Gloves. Pants. That make me really heavy. Okay, never mind. I can't fat roll. Fat rolling is bad. Oh, never mind. I don't want to go that way anyways. I think I want to go up this way.
End of the road, sir.
Ow. Of course. Okay. Yo, level up. Very nice. Says from the creators of Ori. Yes, yeah, it's the same guys that did Ori. They wanted to make an ARPG. I've seen a bit of stuff about it. Like, I've watched a few videos about the creators talking about it, and, you know, they wanted to do something that felt like it was moving ARPGs forward as far as the style of game it is. Early access, yeah. It's not out yet. I would probably wait for it to go on sale because I think it's gone on sale before for like half off on Steam. So you could probably wait and see if it goes on deep discount again and then pick it up. But I would definitely pick it up before it goes out of early access because the price will go up once it leaves early access. Okay. I love it when enemies have super long... super long attack patterns. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, that's what the bounty is. Okay. I gotta fight through these. But I'm sure you're gonna be busy with Pragmata for a while, so that's good at least. Get the deer meat and materials. I mean, if anything, the game looks really pretty. That's what I've enjoyed the most so far. Need more wood. Okay. Some of these attack patterns frustrate me. Mian Fu. Backstab. So I gotta kill 74? Poise defense. Enemy attacks deal poise damage. This can interrupt actions and stagger you. Equip heavier gear to raise poise defense, such as mesh or plate armor. So is that like the thing? Are you just supposed to fat roll all the time? Is that what I'm not understanding about this game? I feel like fat rolling is bad no matter what. Blade oils. Gloves? Sure. Let me upgrade my equipment load then. just gonna work on health and equipment load for now. Perhaps I'll find some items that increase my equip load too. Really like how layered this world feels. Like, you can see areas you can't get to yet very easily. And you can even jump to them sometimes. Like, I think I accidentally jumped out here and landed in water. Nope, not that time. That's not the place I jumped from. Whoops. It's alright, though. Death doesn't really have any super real consequences from what I can tell. I don't think you lose any resources.
Your day has come, Serum.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. This. Tulek Duvain was 9 years old when Belain Knights burned him alive in his own home. His crime? Being the child of parents who dared question their king. There are 100 Tuleks in our province of Sakra, 100 provinces in the Ashen Sea. We fight for them all. We are many. We are risen. Interesting. Hey. Thank you. Challenge complete. Kill or be killed. So what, do I turn that in and get a reward? This also kind of reminds me of V Rising with the resource gathering and stuff. That's also a game I never really put a lot of time into that I really enjoyed. So you forgot today that the 2026 US Mint was selling rolls of the new 2026 dime that is super popular? Okay. That's crazy. Why would they... what is the point of selling currency for higher than its value? To people within the country? Like, I could understand selling it out of the country for a higher value, but selling it within the country sounds kind of weird. Is there a reason for that, LDH? They're doing it now because they jacked up the silver prices because of the market, so everything else increased with it. So basically, a dime is no longer actually worth 10 cents, but we're going to value it at 10 cents. Something about that doesn't add up financially to me. Why would we be spending more money to make money that we're going to value at less than what its value would be? The silver dollars I get because they are silver. Yeah, because, like, dimes, yeah, clad coinage, yeah, exactly. Because, like, it doesn't even take that much material to clad something, right? They used to be $25. The rolls. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's really wild to me. All right, I now see the appeal of the giant sword. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not judging collectors or anything. I just judge the process of using coins that are worth more than the value of the currency that they're supposed to represent. Wasn't the whole point of currency to be, like, equivalent to the value that it costs to make the materials in the first place? Like, equal value? Alright, we might have enough materials to finish off one of the buildings. Possibly? Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Because, like, I always thought that coin currency was basically like an IOU. But an IOU that was backed by a government guarantee, I guess. Maybe that's the better way to put it. Okay. I'm confused now. Okay. Well, whatever. Backed by the faith in the U.S. Treasury and the U.S. government. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. We've got free gear. Requires level 13. Interesting. Dual wielding blades. That'd be fun to try. Eventually, we will stop fat rolling. I think I want to go talk to Danos. The Silver Eagle used to be like $90 and is now $173. That's wild.
We could restore history. So, be careful with that one.
Okay, so the inn is finished. We just need more ore and more pine for the architecture study.
I must pay you this young just
I mean, I guess that's fair, but like, they wouldn't have to worry about it if they used the cost of materials, because I felt like that was supposed to be the point, was that materials were supposed to cost less, you know. But obviously, like, the world economy is crazy because of the president. Okay. Oh. Did I not fight any of the beasts? I thought I did. Well, silver got up to like 111 an ounce, and their prices still reflect that. Yeah, most rare metals are super expensive right now because of weird stuff that's been going on. I don't exactly know what it is, but I know a lot of people have been buying up gold because they think that, like, they need it for when the economy crashes. I think I understand the reason why people look at gold as a good resource to stock up on in times of crisis, but I think the reality is that if the economy does go badly, gold isn't going to be very valuable, in my opinion. I don't see money, like stuff that's worth, stuff like silver and gold being super valuable in my own mind. RAM, on the other hand, true, but like if the economy crashes, are you gonna be able to sell your RAM to afford food if there's like, right? Because like that's not what somebody who needs money or has money is going to need in the moment, right? It's the same with gold, in my opinion. Like if the economy crashes, gold isn't a terrible thing to have, but I don't see it being as a necessity to people who are needing things, I guess. You always need RAM? That's fair. You right. Find a hungry gamer? That's true. You right. What was I thinking? Streamer's nothing but a moron. Okay, so we got to find our way up there. No, it's fine. I'm just kidding anyways. Like, half the shit I'm talking about here, it's my opinions. I don't have any real evidence to support how I feel about a certain thing. So I don't really care if somebody disagrees with me. I don't know what we were talking about, true. It just ruins the hobby. No, and I understand that, and I agree with you. I'm very frustrated with current attitudes towards building PCs and PC gaming just in general. I don't like how we're being used we were used as a very important resource for these companies who are now making billions of dollars off of AI, as if we didn't contribute anything to their success, and we're just kind of being told, hey, you should just be happy that we've even given you what you've gotten, you know? I don't appreciate that kind of attitude towards people that basically facilitated the growth of NVIDIA. And even AMD is getting into the whole AI craze too now, it seems. You were drinking coffee and watching Scrubs? Good. Scrubs is good. I love Scrubs. Alright, so we kicked that down. I could get over there, but I think if I am, I'm gonna have to go down to cross. So we'll see if I can find my way around there. The enemies are no longer in here, which is interesting. Watch out, gravity is lurking around the corner, it's true. I'm a sucker for gravity, what can I say? Any gravity enjoyers in chat? I think if I jump off here, I should be safe. Let's find out. Yes. I was right. Probably the janitor, yeah. Dr. Jan Itor. I really hope that they get him to come back for an episode or two for the new season. I've sorely missed him. Day 35, surveying this miserable rut. The Orban glades smell of rot. All day I hear the wet squelch of my boots sucking mud. All night I try and fail to warm my socks by the fire. Strange figures call this swamp home. Years of bog life has rotted away their lower limbs. Something else perhaps has rotted away their minds. It might be time to petition to bring my survey to a close. I like the janitor, but not your favorite. Oh, Dr. Cox, then. Oh, okay. So I gotta find another way up. I mean, there's only a few options. And I know you like snarky characters. Kelso would have been your next guess? I mean, Dr. Kelso is a class act. Okay. Got him. Ooh, copper. Very nice. That might be another project close to being finished. Sounds like there's a big fight going on up there. I hope I'm not stuck here. Who has two thumbs and doesn't care? Bob Kelso, nice to meet you. Thank you. Right, I've got the parry too. How do I parry again? I've forgotten all of the controls in this. Gems can be slotted into gear to infuse it with power. Interesting. L2, okay. Yes, thank you, Log. We can fish. What? Okay. I don't have a shovel yet either. I in fact believe I am stuck here. I may have jumped into the wrong place. Maybe I can break through this wall here. Nope. Okay. Well, it looks like you can go places you're not supposed to go. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. I saw that too this morning, and somehow people are turning this into a win for him, and I don't get that. Oh, okay. Well, if you go into areas you're not meant to go, it will give you access to it. That's kind of cool. Ow.
What's this thing?
Goodness. The homing attacks too. Jeez. Okay, got them both. Everything Trump does is an L for everyone but him. I mean, in some ways, yeah, I agree with that, but I also think there are plenty of things that are an L for him. He's just too dumb to recognize it, but that's my opinion. I mean, you're not wrong. I know that. I've been paying attention to that stuff too, but nobody cares because nobody seems to think that there's a problem with a president making profit in office. I don't know why.
Only surprise.
Ow. Okay, got him. Come on. Charge me. Ow. Not what I asked. Alright, well, I still got him. That's all that matters. I mean, I agree that the evidence would suggest that he is manipulating the market, but we don't really have proof of it, so I think it's tough to make a claim. There's definitely people associated with him that have been using his words or have been finding out information ahead of time. 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you that there's a lot of evidence to suggest that. I think that what would more likely be an idea for what happens is that everybody knows how Trump acts because he's very predictable. He'll commit himself to something and then he'll back off almost immediately if the stock market starts falling. So either he's a genius or he's dumb, and I would rather assume he's dumb. And he just keeps doing stuff and people know how he's going to do it, so they just choose to anticipate him backing off so that they just put their money to hedge it in ways that are easy to observe and easy to recover with, you know? It's what a smart person would do. I mean, and I agree. I think that the pardoning is, and him saying that ahead of time is a really problematic aspect as well. But I think we also have to agree that Biden did do the same thing for a lot of people connected with him. Not to say that they're equivalent, but to say that he did set a precedent. I mean, you guys know why oil is falling in price, right? It's not because the Strait is open. The U.S. Decided to overcommit to pre-selling oil that the U.S. is producing to artificially lower the price of oil. They did this like 3 or 4 days ago before any of the stuff that happened today happened. So like I don't know how many millions of barrels of oil the US pre-sold, but that's the whole reason why oil has been slowly declining in price. And so basically the US sold it at a loss, and that's how things are going to go for a while, is that the US and like I said, this just goes to show you how dumb this administration is, and I'm sure that's where it came from, came from the top, is that's what was said, is to sell it as low as you can to make sure that people are buying it and to make sure to lower the overall cost of oil. Because if you lower the price that is being sold in a massive scale, then the other sources have no choice but to lower their prices too in most cases. I mean, and it's easy to look up. You guys can find it. Yeah, they let me see here. It's wild what has been happening. And it means that a lot of the reserves that the US had are going to be depleted, because that's what they're selling it from. And eventually, like, it will run out. It's not like you can stay, you can keep up with oil production while trying to serve the world market. It's the reason why we have so many different countries participating in the process in the first place. Oh my gosh. Okay. Animals are very different. Stop. Okay. Which means prices will go up again, correct. This isn't going to solve long-term issues, and depending on how long the blockade of the Strait happens, and considering that the US Navy has already allowed Chinese ships through, I don't know how much of a threat the blockade actually is, but it's definitely there to be intimidating. I mean, how many things have we seen happen over the past year and a half that should have sent that message that hasn't had an impact at all? I think we got to be a little realistic about it. Not to say I don't appreciate where you're coming from. But the reality is that things that used to make sense don't make sense anymore. I mean, we basically torched a lot of our reputation with countries that we should consider our allies. Look at what happened with the whole Iran situation. If it had been any other president, I feel like we would have had people helping us. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that I could just go through here. We already, and I mean, like, that's I think, like, the craziest part about all of this. We already had a deal with Iran a long time ago that as soon as somebody got into office, it got shredded up because somebody didn't want Obama getting credit for anything. And then we have the situation forced where we have to go into Iran because of perceived nuclear weapons, which you can believe they had the capability if you want, but I think that most people were saying that it was unlikely that Iran had the ability to make any nuclear weapons at this time. And, you know, like I said, believe what you want to believe. I'm not telling you what to believe, but the reality is that Iran was unlikely a threat before, but they definitely became a threat after for attacking the countries that are nearest to them. And there were definitely people who did not think about the fact that the Strait of Hormuz was up under attack, you know? Like, I can't imagine the military not having the idea that the Strait was a big weakness if they decided to attack Iran. The fact that he has to wake up in the same room that Obama slept in for 8 years has to piss him off to no end. It's probably why he decided to make the White House look like Mar-a-Lago. All that tacky gold. All that spray painted gold, might I add. Don't worry, guys. He's too cheap for real gold. Can I not cut this one? Okay. No, I can. You just gotta face the right angle. Probably got a new mattress too. Maybe. I still really hate this revisionist history about Joe Biden. I really, really, really hate how people are on all sides accepting that Biden was senile and had no reason to possibly be having issues with speech at all. The dude had a speech impediment and was old. I don't know if you guys know this, but as you get older, covering over for things like speech impediments does get harder, and you have good days and you have bad days.
Saren.
Now, I won't disagree. He was pretty old, probably shouldn't have been in office or tried to go for 2 terms, but, you know, I still think he was better than what we're dealing with now. Where am I? Dungeon level 15. Okay, I probably should not be in here. This is dangerous.
Feed the flame.
Link's Dark Half asked me, Marge, assign an American politicon to each person in chat and explain why. Skip the fucking intro. All right, you sorry bastards, let's get to it. 509 King of Kings, you're Donald Trump, always flapping your damn mouth.
Oh my god.
Bullshit.
Sorry, Kings.
Link's Dark Half. You're Joe Biden. Coughing and mumbling crap that barely makes sense, you dumbass. Pokemon community game. You're Bernie Sanders. Wild and out of control with your rigged game nonsense, you annoying prick. That's the lineup, you worthless shits. Scrub!
Wow. I didn't get anything. Alright, come on, try me. Damn. Okay. Bernie isn't bad, to be honest. I do think Bernie is kind of going down a weird path because he's kind of like getting behind Hassan Piker, and I'm just not a big fan of Hassan Piker. I don't like him. I think he lies to his audience quite a bit. I think that there's a problem with politicians lying and people who want to be in the political sphere lying, you know? Tig loves Hassan, it's true.
Charred flesh.
Well, he likes to talk out of both sides of his mouth. He wants to be an American when it's convenient, but then like any other time he's a Muslim. I don't know. Hey guys, let me go save Cuba while I'm wearing like $10,000 worth of clothes every day. I don't know. It's weird. The boarskin drew closer, a foul stench wafting off their filthy bodies. Their pig head masks might have been the cleanest thing about them. I had heard rumors that their whole tribe was one family, bizarrely believing itself descended from Sacrament's founder, with the branches of their family tree weaving back in on itself over and over. I too am a distant relative of Khafron the Great, I said, as I began a desperate negotiation for my life. From Adventurers in the Wild, by Sulin Froth. That one really gets me as to why people don't people just let him lie about it. Like Did I do that bounty? Is it complete? Okay. I'll go turn this in then. I didn't realize I completed that bounty. Alright, I really do need to look at my PlayStation controller at some point. Okay. Yeah. Well, and then I think the worst part is like the people who do criticize Trump, like, seem to be doing it sarcastically so they can claim later that, like, oh, it was just a joke, guys. I was just making fun of the president for doing weird stuff. Because, like, he even said shit like, praise be to Allah on Easter. Like, if a Democratic president ever did something like that, do you think that, like, the Republicans would ever let them live it down? Like, the double standard is crazy to me. 10 days left for Doom items? True. Dude, half the people who hated Obama still think he's Muslim anyways. So, I mean, like, what's the point in that statement? Like, I hear you and I agree with you, but, like, the reality is that people thought he was a Muslim anyways. Because his middle name was Hussein. And I mean, like, the thing that kills me the most is that everybody's, like, praising Trump for his, like, deportations and stuff like that. But yet, what do they call Obama? The deporter in chief. And yet, how did he do it? He did it without as much of an upset, you know? I don't know. And people actually believe that, like, there's been no illegal border crossings. Because people didn't fight him about it? Right. But it also wasn't as violent as what Trump is doing, APOC. I want to tell you that. Like, no matter what they tell you, they say that Obama started the cages. That's not true. It's not. It's not. He didn't. The policy may have been put in place, but it wasn't enacted until Trump put it in place. Until Trump did it. I can promise you that. I'm not.
Wouldn't you like I take it your thoughts about time?
Okay. Do you know that there's, like, a difference in scale and a difference in how it was executed, right? I think we can both agree with that.
We can restore history. Where have you? This city deserves a new beginning. Time to.
That's not true at all. Obama was definitely not more liked than Trump is. I don't believe that at all. Dude lost out on 2 Supreme Court picks because the Republicans didn't want him to have any kind of control. Yeah, I do not agree with that at all. Like, regardless of what his approval rating was, Obama has had much more pushback than Trump has ever had. I'm sorry. Like, you have, in both of Donald Trump's presidencies, he has had a Republican majority. And yet, in both administrations, he has yet to actually pass any significant legislation except for one bill so far in this administration. And in the previous administration, I can't remember a single bill getting passed and signed into law. Okay, maybe 2 this administration. The one was the tax cut, and then the second one was the Epstein Files Act, which, might I add, the DOJ is absolutely rejecting now. They do not have any interest in following it now. Like, they are actively fighting against the law. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the show, but it's not fun for those of us that are Americans that live abroad. But I think that's like there's an inherent fallacy in that thought process, APOC. First of all, the United States is a country of immigrants. First of all, we have constantly and continuously invited in groups of people who are marginalized or are not white people, and we have used them to create the country that we then claim was built up by white people in general. Like, there's been a big revisionist history of who actually built up this country in large swaths. First, it was the Irish immigrants that created the government. Correct. Yes. Illegal immigrants, might I add. We had no claim to the land. You know, like, I'm not I'm not saying we have to give everything back to the natives, but we did take the land from the natives in very crude and rude fashion, and we've never really apologized for it or made up for the then, massive extinction of a lot of native culture, the push to segregate them into their own places so that way they could, have their own land and never have to worry about what the white man is doing. We did it to a lot of Chinese people. We did it to the Irish. We did it to the Italians. Does Spain apologize to Central and South America? Well, we're not talking about Spain, are we? We're talking about the United States.
Red Triangle Games asked me, "Hey Shaq, I loved you in the movie Kazam. Can you explain to Gattax chat
we can talk about Spain
and politics is bad in stream?"
I'm not arguing that though.
So
we're talking
up,
about the United States,
into a game
right?
Stream chat is like trying to shoot free throw with a blindfold on. Messy and unnecessary. We're all here to have fun and focus on the game, not get caught up in debates that belong on a cable news network. Let's keep the chat as smooth as a fast break in basketball. All right?
It is the same, but it's not the topic, right?
Not each other.
Like, I'm not Spanish, therefore I can't claim any kind of relevance in Spain's manner of how they govern, right? And I understand what you mean, Moi Moi. Yeah, I think that is a large part of it, is that a lot of people watch a lot of news without researching things themselves. Like, you're not wrong, APOC. Obama's administration did implement the cages, but the reality is that they weren't used in the way that Trump is currently using them and has used them. Like, there's evidence of it. You can read about it. You can look into it. Well, but there are many families that immigrated here that didn't do it using the paperwork, and I think that there's also a large argument about the fact that the way that the current immigration process is needs a lot of work. I do watch The Boys, yeah, quite a bit. I'm a very left-leaning person in a lot of ways. I'm not completely left, but I do lean left in a lot of ways. I want to have this conversation, but I also don't want to get into a fight about it, APOC, and I But I think that there's all right, just saying. Well, I mean, that's the whole point of The Boys, is to make fun of a lot of the right-wing politics, and Eric Kripke has even come out and stated that that Homelander is supposed to be a parody of Trump. All right. But the reality is that the USA, for me, and from what I grew up learning, was built upon the premise that no matter where you come from, there's a place for you here in the United States. And it wasn't meant to be a monetary incentive to come to the United States. How do you feel about birthright citizenship, APOC? Do you think that birthright citizenship is a right and shouldn't be taken away? That's not necessarily true, LDH. I mean, the premise was that anybody could come to this country. Like, I hear what you're saying. Predominantly the media and predominantly the way it's portrayed through history, it is a white person only type of situation. But a lot of the industry, a lot of the infrastructure in the United States that we benefit from still to this day, like the railways and stuff like that, have predominantly been put together by immigrants who aren't white. I mean, but obviously you would make exceptions for certain groups, wouldn't you, APOC? Like, do you think that people who are coming from war-torn countries shouldn't be able to come to the United States? But I mean, like, 250 years is a very small blink in the concept of how long a lot of these countries in the world have existed. You know? Like, to me, like, 250 years compared to, like, a country like Italy, or, heck, even China, you know? Those are two different things, though. And I think that something that you should probably be upset with more so than anything is the fact that we have a president that is not using the rule of law to make these changes. He is doing it through edict. He is saying, this is what I want done, instead of saying, we need to change the laws. We have a president that is currently saying that these people, even though they are currently in the process of doing it the right way, should all be excommunicated from the country and should have all of that procedure erased. I mean, I have issues with that too, Kings, but I also don't have issues with that as well. Like, I think it's good that things like that have been done through the right channels and in the right process. I don't like the idea that people can just immigrate when they've got money to do so, right? I definitely think that there should be a similar process regardless of what walk of life you've come from or what kind of money you have to allow you access into the country. But I think the problem with me, okay, but APOC, if we just say fuck the process, then where do we have standards? Where do we have requirements? Where do we make sure that we're following a proper procedure and things like that, right? That's the reason why, in my opinion, that just wiping the slate clean is never the right way to go about things, especially when it deals with the process with ICE is the problem, though, because ICE is no longer operating in the way that it's meant to operate. It is being made into something that was a danger when it was created, right? Because now they have no responsibility to any authority other than the president at this stage, and there is no way to audit their behaviors or the way that they're doing things, which I think in any kind of a society, we need to have oversight. We need to have a way to hold people accountable, and we need a way to make sure that these things are being done in the proper way. Because there needs to be limits. Congratulations on the Star Raptor. Authority has to be checked. Okay, so what do you mean by people interfering? Protesters?
Why kill them? Better this world, one body at a time.
I mean, but they kind of do. They kind of do need to tell you. Because from what I understand and from what I know, that, okay, but when regular citizens have been getting arrested and detained without any kind of idea as to why, that is a problem. Do you believe that police should tell you why you're getting pulled over? Because if so, then you should believe that ICE has a requirement to let people know what they're doing. How's it going, Rue? Cops do tell you when you're being detained and what you're being arrested for, or at least they are required to. Whether they do it or not is a different story, you know. I realized I had a tiny penis when I was born. Okay. But cops also don't usually operate in the way that ICE has been operating. We don't have hundreds of police officers just walking down the street, breaking into people's houses, defying the rule of law. That's not always true either, APOC.
Games asked me, can you share your story about having a tiny penis? Right, you donkey.
Cops just don't get blanket rights to arrest people. Same thing with ICE.
Boil it in negativity for 5 minutes. Strain. Discover there's nothing there. That's the bloody story.
And this is also the reason why this is why the due process is very important. You know? This is why judges can't just throw well, and I mean, like, I agree with some of that Moe. I just, it is very, very different compared to what we have. From what I understand in European countries and what I understand in Canada versus what I experienced in the United States. I live in Canada now, but I haven't really been in any serious situations. I have to say that, like, living on the outside APOC, after having lived in the U.S., growing up in the U.S., I have a very different opinion as far as growing up and how my opinions have changed. Have you or a loved one been attacked by a cougar? No. Do you want to be? True. You've been attacked by a cougar? I mean, that's not the worst. Hopefully it was not a wild cougar. It's also just tough to have a conversation through text like this, because, like, there's a lot of things we could talk about. I'm also just not prepared to have this conversation right now. No, you're fine. I'm actually fine having this conversation. I just, you know, I don't feel derailed at all. I'm always derailed, to be fair. Can't derail if there wasn't even ever a rail to begin with. True. So, I guess the way I see it, There is reasonable reasons to deport people, but I also think that there's reasons to allow people to stay, you know? I think that the current state of affairs with what we decided to do with deporting illegal immigrants, there is a level of acceptability to it, in the sense that, yes, we probably should be working towards deporting people who have existed in the country illegally a bit more than what has been done in the past. But I also believe it should be up to the state to enforce it. I don't think the federal government should be interfering in that way. Because, first of all, let's get one major misconception out of the way. If you believe that illegal immigrants are being subsidized or being provided for federally, that's not the case. They don't get access to health care from government money. They don't get access to food from government money. And in most cases, a lot of illegal immigrants are contributing more economically to the country than people who are citizens. There's a lot of research into this, APOC. I would ask you to look into it, and I can find you links if you want me to. Thank you for the Chewbacca TTS RTG. Thank you for all of the bits. I appreciate it. Everyone is free to call in except for Tiggleton. Fair enough. One word, Somalis. Did you look into that situation at all, APOC? Outside of what what's his face posted on the internet? Quite a bit? Okay, so you would know that most all of them were prosecuted before Nick Shirley ever made a video of it, right? And you know that the person was a white person showing them all how to do this and was the one receiving most of the money, right? I don't think so. I don't think it's still being allowed to continue. I would love to see evidence of it, okay? First, that is one thing I would like to see. Because I don't think that if it's... Because are you believing the whole $25 billion number? Tell us your thoughts on egg salad. I actually really enjoy egg salad. What I don't like is when people do weird stuff with it, though. Okay, but the reality is that the fraud probably is not as big as what they've said it is. Like, I'm not going to disagree that there's fraud happening, but I think the problem is that when you see fraud and you see immigrants, also a lot of these Somali immigrants are not illegal, first of all. They are legally existing in the United States. So I think that that's like a big thing for me, is that you can't, I don't want that all being attributed to illegal immigrants, because most of them are legally in the United States, the ones that have been committing fraud. And therefore, you know, should be prosecuted. Well, and I agree with that, LDH. I also think that, like, when you point out that there have been immigrants committing fraud, it's a good scapegoat for the fact that there are a lot of people who live and have been born in the U.S. committing fraud as well. and I think that it's unfair to only single out the immigrants because it only seeks to make the immigrants look worse than the acts that are being committed in the United States by U.S. citizens. Take, for example, a lot of these murders that have been just put on the hands of illegal immigrants. I'm not trying to say that it's okay, but I think it's unfair to single out illegal immigrants for murders when we have plenty of U.S. citizens committing murders, you know? I do love refried beans of any variety. I think pinto beans make the best refried beans. It is all fucked. And that's my point, is like, the problem with blaming illegal immigrants and allowing ICE to act the way they do is taking a marginalized group of people who are being victimized at large by lies, or at least large untruths being said about them. And there's a dog. There is a dog, and you can pet the dogs in this. And being further victimized, you know? Because the problem is that there's not a lot being done about crime at large in the United States from people who are U.S. citizens. So it's really easy to put it on groups of people who have no way to defend themselves, and just say that they're all the problem, when there's so much more going on that is so much more important to deal with than the illegal immigration problem, which is what adds up to me having an issue with how ICE is acting, with how the country is being ruled through executive order rather than using the process, which is what the Republicans cry about. The Republicans cry and cry and cry about being the party of law and order, and instead of actually passing laws and legislation, they're just letting Trump write paper to say, this is what I want to have happen. It's all right, Rue. I love seeing you, man, and I'm sorry I'm derailed on this. I'm just trying to stay on topic for once. For once in my life. Because I am passionate about this. I think that everybody deserves human respect and decency, and I think that that's what the problem with a lot of this behavior is to me, is that we're letting people just make blanket statements about groups of people without providing any evidence about it, and then we're just supposed to accept the outcome when there was no attempt to pass legislation to tighten these rules. Right. I don't disagree with you, but the likelihood is that we have a pedo for a president, okay? So, like, there's a big issue for me with that. and I understand, like, we have had past presidents that have been associated with Epstein as well, but they're not in office currently, right? And it's not just Donald Trump that has been associated with Epstein. We had Howard Lutnick as well. But that's what I would exactly say the same thing about a lot of these illegal immigrants that are being portrayed as pedophiles. Okay? We don't have any evidence about them as well, but we sure as heck have a lot more proof of association with Jeffrey Epstein than any of these other illegal immigrants has been provided at all. Okay? Do you understand the double standard being presented there? They don't have arrest records, though. None of those arrest records have actually been proven linked to any of these people who they have said that they've arrested. That's actually the craziest truth about this. They're just telling you that. They're not showing you. To date, ICE and the Border Patrol have not proven anything. That's not true, though, APOC. They're just showing you pictures, and then they're showing you what they say are arrest records. They're not actually showing you anything that you can trace back. Like, I'm 100% on this. It's just like the whole tattoo thing, APOC, where Donald Trump believes that this guy had Photoshop on his tattoos to prove that he was in MS-13. Okay, you have an agency say these tattoos are associated with MS-13. They put printing saying this represents M, this represents S, this represents 13, and then all of a sudden that makes it official. Okay. It's just, for me, it feels just too convenient that we're being told to just believe this is true, and that there's just no effort to actually prove it. You know, that kind of is what kills me at the end of the day with all of this, is just they say we should trust them. I don't trust, because I see all of these actions that prove that these are people who are just desperate to do something, to exercise these bad attitudes, these racist motives, and have no actual intention of benefiting the public at large. They just want to enact hurtful policies to hurt people. I think like that's like the thing to me is like there are a lot of people who have had family that have done nothing wrong other than crossing the border illegally, that have been just thrown in camps, sent to places that they didn't come from. Like, wouldn't you agree that it's kind of crazy that we were sending people to CCOT who had no association with that country and are being put into prisons with murderers when we don't even know if they were murderers to begin with? I mean, there are plenty of lawyers that can tell you what I've been telling you, APOC. You know, there are plenty of lawyers that will tell you that these people who have been arrested have nothing to do with what crimes they're being said that they've committed. I do remember Pirates of Dark Water. I don't know. I would rather believe in the good in people than the bad. It's just, there are people who I can tell are liars and cheaters, and Donald Trump is one of them. And that means that by proxy, I don't have a lot of love for the people underneath him. The only thing I see Donald Trump doing is trying to do things to get himself power and get himself control. He's trying to do something to make himself look like a big deal for the history books. And I think the only thing that's going to end up happening is he's going to look like a joke. You know? And I mean, like, if you look at the people that associated with Epstein, to the same degree,
my money.
To the same degree that a lot of other people who have been arrested and have been charged with crimes have been associated with Jeffrey Epstein, none of them were considered business partners like Donald Trump was with Jeffrey Epstein. And I would find it extremely convenient that Donald Trump would be the one that would be clean, you know? Because just so you know, and you should look into this as well, Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump both ran modeling agencies where they traded models, and a lot of these models were technically being trafficked because they were from Eastern Europe. Their passports were taken away, and they were basically told, you have to work, you know? They didn't get... that's where What's-His-Face got the idea from when he did hit that in Romania, you know? It's not a new concept. And I mean, look, Melania came out and is trying to say that she wasn't associated with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, and that's just not true. That's provably false. Why would somebody want to deny even being associated with somebody if they didn't know that there was dirty shit about them? Hey, and I'm all for it. If there's anything wrong with the Clintons in association with Jeffrey Epstein, they should get the book thrown at them. Yeah, you know, throw everything at them. What my point is that why are people so eager to make exceptions for Trump, but want to throw Clinton and the others into the slammer? How is Donald Trump not involved when we clearly know that Donald Trump was deeply involved in ways that nobody else was with Jeffrey Epstein? Yes, we went to cleaning Pokemon. Right, exactly. This is my point. No, glizzy means hot dog. When you've got a known liar as president, how can you take anything he says at face value? Like, let me ask you honestly though, APOC, do you think Trump tells the truth ever? Because I can tell you, he lies about stupid shit. He lies about shit that nobody should lie about. Because it has no impact overall. I will say that, like, he tried to tell somebody he was a good baseball player, okay, in his school. And he was not. He was trash, okay? The guy has to lie about his golf score. I mean, that guy lies about so many petty things. Yeah, like, and he's supposed to be what, like 6'2" with those lifts? But I understand that you don't care about any of these people, but yet you're defending them, which is crazy to me. Like, don't you think it's a little crazy that, like, that we're okay with people being brutalized in the name of getting illegal immigrants out?
I'll miss home.
I'm not trying to get it twisted. I'm just trying to understand. Well, but like saying you're okay with these mass deportations the way that they're happening feels like it's saying it's okay that people are getting brutalized, you know? And that's where my frustration comes from. Like, I'm not trying to put that on you, and I'm sorry if it came across that way. But then in that case, we should be in support of making the system work the way it should work, instead of just saying fuck the rules and this is how I want it done. You know, it shouldn't change president by president. We should have president by president improving the way that things have happened before, or seeing where there's problems and focusing on correcting the way that those things operate, right? If you've got a problem in your car, you don't just strip the whole thing down to find one small issue. Sometimes you have to, but you don't do that. And that is what this administration has been doing. They're dismantling things that don't need to be dismantled because every single person who is part of this administration has some facet that they think is functionally wrong and that they want to just destroy and then rewrite in their own image. Like, what was the point of renaming the Department of Defense to the Department of War, which I will never acknowledge it as a Department of War, and just for the record, because we don't need a Department of War in the United States. War sounds cool as fuck, okay, but if you were a country that was scared of the United States, what would the Department of War sound like to you? It would sound like a declaration. It wouldn't sound like something jolly, would it?
I miss home, but she don't miss me.
That's a really terrible inspiration, though. That's my point. That sounds like something who never got out of high school would think is a cool thing to do. I want to be nice. Like, I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I can be an asshole, you know, and I want to see the world become better. I don't want to see people just wallowing in this disgusting behavior of just reveling in seeing people get hurt, people being treated like shit, people being looked down on just because of the color of their skin. I would hate it if it happened to you, APOC. I would punch somebody in the face if they ever judged you just for being of Hispanic descent, you know? There's plenty of other reasons that people could get upset with each other and dislike each other for than just the color of their skin. And I think it's just ridiculous that that's where we're at in society today, that United States society has devolved to being racist again. I mean, it's not even racist again, that we're dropping the facade, you know? Yeah, I mean, just think about it this way. World War II could have gone very differently if the US had decided to side with the Nazis, which they almost had until Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, you know? I don't know if you guys know this, but like the Nazis were really in good standing with a lot of higher ups in the United States and in Europe in general. And it was just very lucky that a lot of these countries didn't just join up with Germany overall. You're gonna grow your curly sideburns there, LDH? You're gonna become Hasidic?
You don't scare me, Serum.
I want to hear LDH call me a goyim. Get them Arby's fries. I'll call you a schmuck. I am a schmuck, though. And that's Yiddish. That's not Jewish. Schmuck is Yiddish. How much phlegm you got going on? Get it right. Hebrew. You're right. You're right. My bad. You're right. My bad. I slipped. I called it Jewish and not Hebrew. But schmuck is Yiddish. It's not Hebrew. LDH needs his hat frisbee. True. But I do worry about that as well, LDH. I do worry about the anti-Semitism rising in the United States as well. It's rising everywhere, unfortunately. But like, I think the problem for me is like, if the president has to lie to us to engage in a war, as he calls it, which, first of all, Congress has to approve of war, right? Congress has to be the ones that authorize war to happen. And yet, for decades, Congress has never actually checked the powers of the president in this way, which I think is a big failure on the part of the United States. How's this game? This game is really good. I've been derailed for a while now, so I haven't been able to play it. But if you push for Palestine, you're cheered for. I think it depends on the way you push for Palestine. I think that there is validity to saying that Palestinians should not be being treated the way they are by Israel. But I also don't agree with the way Hassan is going about it. I don't think we should be crying out for death to Israel. You know, there's a happy middle ground there, right? You know? Well, I also agree with that, LDH. I think that that's kind of fucked as well. What's up, Curtiz? How are you? Welcome in, Ziddick. But I think that there's like, it's tough because people always want to champion the little guy. First playthrough, yeah. I haven't gotten very far. I just got to the city a couple days ago, and I've been kind of working around getting materials to fix parts of the city. But don't get me wrong, APOC. I hear what you're saying, but I definitely think it's better to defend the people getting bullied than to defend the bullies. Also, there is a difference between Hamas and the Palestinians at large. And it's true, you can't win. But that's not really the point of having these discussions for me. I don't care if I win or not. I actually really do like this. It's a good twist on the ARPG genre. You know, for me, it's about having a discussion and seeing different perspectives, and it's about, you know, making sure that we're talking about all sides of the issue rather than trying to say that one side is right or not, because I think in war it's more complicated than that. Just like people going hard on Israel aren't giving understanding to the fact that Israel has had to fight for a very long time. I give you this perspective. True? Thank you.
I have so many questions.
Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. I do think we're going to play some more of this after Diablo 4 gets calmed down, once the expansion comes out. I do want to play this game more. I wanted to play this some today. Unfortunately, I am doing a short stream today, so I'm going to be ending here. Let me see if... Are you going live soon, APOC? Do you want me to raid you? You'll start now? All right. I'll wait for you to start, and then I'll raid you. Sorry for the short stream today. It's just been a weird week for me, everybody. Thank you for the follow again. I love you all. Monday, also no rest for the wicked. True, and I am the wicked, as they say. Monday we'll be finishing up the Pokemon Nuzlocke that I started, and then probably get into more Romeo is a Dead Man if I've got time. Otherwise, be well, everybody. I love you all. Be well. Treat people how you want to be treated. Thank you for all the biddies. Thank you, Secretion. Thank you, RTG. You have a good one as well, Curtiz. I might play some more No Rest for the Wicked before the Diablo 4 expansion comes out, but if you like Diablo 4, I will be playing that when the expansion comes out a lot. I play a lot of WoW. I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. The 28th. Or no, sorry, the 21st. It comes out Tuesday. Otherwise, once I get over the initial launch of the expansion, I'll be starting up. I'll be playing this more because I've got a friend who's playing this too, and he's gonna want me to play this more. D4 has gotten a lot better, believe it or not. Anyways, I'm going to raid APOC, everybody. Thank you all for being here. You guys take it easy. Have a great weekend. It was good at first, and then it became PoE 2. Yeah, there really are a lot of microtransactions, unfortunately. But the patch coming out here soon is going to redo all of the skill trees. It's going to have a lot of cool stuff going on with it, so you guys will have to come see it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try out the Warlock class when it comes out. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. See you later.